Hey everybody, welcome back to my hardcore amplified single player survival series, Survival Heights. To start off today's episode, I've got a few small things that I've done around here at the base that I think you guys will really enjoy to see on this video. I don't think I covered it in the previous video, but I've made some improvements that I think you all would love to see. So without further ado, let's head on behind me and I'll show you some of the things that are back there. So if we make our way through this tunnel, you'll see that obviously all of this was previously done last time, but if we head up through this water stream, you will see that this building is now completely done. Very small building, just made out of spruce, spruce planks and strip spruce and things like that. But I think it's a nice, simple building that does the trick. And obviously it has the water drop down here, back down, as well as the water stream back up. But as you can also see, this pathway, I've actually completed the pathway over to the nether portal, and I've completed a little bit of a bridge around the side. As you can sort of see, it's made out of mostly spruce and oak. It's got a nice little strip spruce and spruce fence area on the side. And if you look around even further, you can see that I've detailed some of the cliffside here. So I have some oak leaves in there. I've got some cobblestone, andesite, things like that, and some support beams in there as well. I really wanted to see if I could sort of blend this into the cliffside here, and that was the goal for this, and I think I did a pretty good job of it. And it extends all the way around this side to the nether portal, where there's also an elytra landing platform over there if we ever need to land on that, which I've actually used quite a bit. I use this quite a bit. All the leaves around here as well, I think, makes it look even better. But yeah, this is most of what I've been doing. I wanted to make sure that I could get this done ASAP, because these sort of little details really tie in well, all of the different surrounding buildings. So it ties in the nether portal with the building to go back down, or to go up and down to the starter base area, and all of that kind of stuff. And we really need to make sure that these little details are more important in this world. I've kind of realized that while I've made some really big things, I haven't really tied them in together all that well. And I've tried to do some of that with some of the wheat fields and whatnot that are down by the starter base, but the more small details we add around here, the more complete this world is gonna feel. So this is one of the main goals of this world, whether I do it here or on stream, just to make sure I add in those little details to really tie in everything together. But something else you might be noticing as we look upwards, there's this cobblestone bridge area right here, and if we actually go ahead and fly up here, you'll see I have started something up here that's going to be our long-term project moving forward. And the thing I actually want to start in today's episode, you'll see some holes in the sides here. You'll see this here. This is going to eventually be a arched bridge. This is just a flat surface right now, but will eventually be an arched bridge that goes all the way across, as well as entrances to what I hope to be our long-term base here in the hardcore amplified survival world. Now in here is meant to be sort of like the main entrance and some small things in here, but over here is where I want the main base to be. And I've actually already started with this sort of base ideas book, and I have a whole bunch of ideas in here of things to put in the base. So things like auto smelters, auto sorting system, a proper bedroom, sugarcane farm, pumpkin farms. This main base is meant to be our main area that has almost everything that we possibly want for this world. So huge project that we're going to be starting today, but we're going to be starting this. And by the way, if you guys have any suggestions for the base ideas, feel free to leave me a comment down below and I'll see which ones I like and add them to this book. But the thing we really need to start with today is making a bridge from here to here, because that's going to be the main way without elytra that we're going to get from this area to this area. Because I'm thinking I'm going to actually make the entrance to this up down there with either a spiral staircase coming all the way up through the middle here, or a water stream coming up. So the main thing I want to focus on today is making this bridge and getting this base started. So folks, without further ado, we've got a lot of work to do today. Let's get on into starting this hopefully very long-term and magnificent base. So I guess it's time-lapse time? Sorta, kinda. This is more of the traditional compilation sort of parts of videos that I used to have in videos way back in the day, and I thought I would try it again. I didn't really feel like a time-lapse would really be worth the effort in this one, because the bridge is not exactly a big bridge. So I figured, why not do a little bit of a compilation of myself building the bridge, so you guys can sort of see my perspective as to what I'm looking for in the order in which I do things from my point of view. So the theme of this bridge, the block palette that I'm using, is very similar to the stuff I use for the nether portal and the bridge that leads up to that. Spruce and oak, that's kind of been the theme of this entire base, so I want to stick with that. I'm going to add a lot of strip spruce in this, as you'll see later on. on, as well as some oak fences and some leaves dangling off, because why not leaves? Leaves always make a build better, and honestly, as you guys watch, I think you'll end up liking what the final product is. So a topic that was brought up to me recently that I thought I'd talk about a little bit is actually about the structure of these videos and pretty much all the videos that are on my channel. For the most part, the past, I don't know, year, 2 years, whatever it's been, I focused a lot more on just the content and getting better production quality on the videos. That's why you've seen a lot more replay mod, as well as focusing more on the content of the videos, so the bridge I'm building, or the surrounding area, or the base I'm building, or the town I'm working on, or anything like that, instead of what I used to do. And what I used to do that was brought up to me recently, which I had totally forgotten about until someone brought it up, was I used to do a lot more talky episodes. I used to talk a lot more about different topics, things that were going on in my life, maybe sometimes provide some advice. That wasn't really the case for this series. The reason it wasn't the case for this series, for those wondering, is because this series, when I started it, really was meant to be a series that displayed my interest in Minecraft and my playthrough of Minecraft and sort of detailed that as I went along. It was meant to be something that would sort of capture the step-by-step process of me going through a world. Now, has it really ended up like that? Not really, but I can't say I'm entirely not pleased with it, because the production quality is where I want it to be, honestly. In terms of the storyline, though, not so much. And that's something I wanted to ask you all. I wanted to sort of put a foot forward and sort of ask you guys this question. What do you like more? Do you like the higher production quality videos? It's not obviously that high a production quality, but it's probably some of the best production quality I've ever done. Or do you like the more talky episodes? Or do you like both? From what I've been told from people in the past who've watched me, people who have been watching me for years, as well as people more recently, is that from what I understand, you can correct me if I'm wrong, people like a balance of the both. People like some talky episodes and a lot of good production, a lot of good sort of progress being made in every world that I have. So, but I want to put out the question to you. What are the kinds of videos that you like to see in terms of Minecraft videos? In terms of Let's Plays specifically, is this sort of a storyline content what you go for? Is the documenting of the process what you go for? Do you want me to talk a little bit more about my life and some challenges and some advice and things like that? Which I sort of kind of did in in my 6-year anniversary video and my 2021 video, which people seem to enjoy, but I guess I just don't really incorporate that much into my other content. So it was brought up on stream recently, actually, so I thought I'd bring it over here to YouTube and say, what do you guys think? Leave me some comments down below as to what you think about that. So a slightly different topic I wanted to talk about during this segment as well is something called YouTube Shorts. If you don't know what YouTube Shorts are, you may have seen a few of those on my channel recently if you're watching this video as soon as it came out on my channel. YouTube Shorts are a relatively new thing on YouTube. It's happened the past few months where it's sort of a mobile exclusive thing. People who upload vertical videos and then put the hashtag shorts either in the title or the description have a chance of being featured basically on the mobile homepage for YouTube. So if people scroll down, they can get recommended different Minecraft videos, whatever they're currently watching. And so recently I've been trying out some of these YouTube Shorts because while I've kind of making the same sort of content for years and years and years now, I've never really pivoted and tried something new. So I figured this week I'd put out a few little shorts. Most of them, actually all of them, are things that I've already streamed on Twitch or that I've already some of you guys have already seen it before. But I wanted to try them out as vertical videos, put a little bit of editing into it. They can be a maximum of 60 seconds. So I thought I'd try it out, and while they may not be the best production quality, I highly recommend, if you guys haven't checked them out, sort of taking a look at it, because it's a whole different style. It's sort of a TikTok style. I know what TikTok is, but I've never been on it myself. I guess it's sort of similar to Vine, although Vine was years and years and years ago at this point. But I at least wanted to try it out and see what happens. So far, those of you guys who've seen it seem to have pretty much enjoyed it. They're really, really short. A lot of mine have been maximum 40 seconds long, just to sort of highlight different things that have happened in this world and in previous worlds that I played on, whether it's on stream or here on the YouTube channel. And I just want to mention that because it's only something that I'm really going to be doing probably this week, unless they do extremely well. I just wanted to try it and see what happens. And if people really like it, then I'll continue to make some here and there. But if people don't, If you don't like it, don't worry about it. It won't be around forever and ever and ever. It'll only be around if the majority of people really do enjoy it. I thought it was worth at least trying. So like I said, if you haven't checked them out, highly recommend it. It'll be some of my past videos along with the Afterlife UHC, which is currently going on right now as well. If you haven't checked that out yet, season 3 going pretty well. But actually by the time this came out, you guys would probably have seen the ending. So if you haven't seen it yet, well, you should definitely check out at least the ending. So yeah, without further ado, guys, this little compilation is about over. Thank you for listening to me. And like I said before, leave some comments down below if you have anything to comment about. So this is the finished product of the bridge, and I'm actually quite happy with how it turned out. It's almost exactly what I was thinking, a little bit different. I think it's a little more simple than what I was thinking. There might not be as much of an arch as I would like, but I do think it does this place justice. And the main point of this, other than just to look pretty, is to connect up these two sides, which it does very, very well. We have this side, which you'll notice there's a lot of difference here. I'll get to that in just a minute. But if we go this way, you'll see it's a kind of a diagonal bridge, sort of diagonal. These are the bridges that I'm always really bad at, and I'm really happy that I was actually able to find a design, a slight arch to it, enough space in between where I can actually walk through and I don't get the spacing incorrect. I'm glad that I finally was able to make a bridge that does that justice. So as I mentioned before, there's a little bit of a change on this side, and if you haven't tuned into the streams, you'll have no idea what this is all about. So let me quickly explain what I'm trying to do over here. As you guys probably saw already before in the earlier part of today's episode, this is a shorter mountain, a slimmer mountain over here. And my idea for this side essentially is to make it into our main entrance for the base. So if we head down here, I still need to do a little bit of a pathway over here. When we walk in here, the idea is that I'll have an entrance here. If something can stop hitting me, thank you. We'll have an entrance here. The water stream here that goes around the beacon, this is the same water stream that is down in the mine shaft, will be the center of a spiral staircase that goes all the way up to the top there. If we go up to the top, you'll see that it connects with this entrance up here. So that's sort of the main point behind this. And in order to have the actual size of a spiral staircase that I would like to have, the mountain itself wasn't big enough, so we're gonna have to terraform that, and that's gonna be something that I do kind of in between episodes. It's not really gonna probably be a full episode on it. It's just gonna take a lot of time to do, and while I want to give updates for it, there's no real way I can get that done in one entire episode, I don't think. So maybe I'll be able to fit it in somewhere, but as of right now, that's sort of the plan for that. So. And then the plan for this, and I was just thinking about this today, even beyond this, once this spiral staircase is in, the plan is to continue to go upwards, because if you see, and I got questions about this before, why would I have a bridge here when I have a bridge there? Well, this bridge, the main reason for having this bridge is that this is gonna be the sort of the main entrance of the base right here. So we're gonna have sort of the main staircase up and the main big entrance over here, which goes onto this bridge. This bridge goes all the way across into the main part of the base, which is gonna have the storage system, the smelting systems, pretty much all the farms that we need. Everything will be through here and on the interior of this mountain. But this up here is going to be something a little bit different. I should probably actually go to sleep first so that no mobs try to kill me like the one that killed me earlier. Oh, and you'll probably see a lot of these cows here. That's because there was a little redemption on stream for freeing all the cows. So I'll have to go through and kill all those guys in just a bit. But this up here, instead of using it as sort of a pathway, my plan for up here is to use this as my villager trading hall. I actually added that to my book just today. I realized that I didn't have a villager trading hall, and all my villagers are still over at the village that's that way, I think. Yeah, over that way. So I think the plan for that up there is going to be to make that into a villager trading hall, which I think is a pretty good space for it. Basically, it will connect this side, so you can go all the way up through here and go into the villager trading hall. Or you can go all the way across and go into the main base and go up to the villager trading hall. So lots of different ways in which we can get into the base, which I'm really excited about because I don't think I've ever built a base quite like this, and I think it'll be really cool to see this finalized. One thing I also want to mention about this side, there was probably going to be a big glass window here, and that's something that's going to be a theme of this base as we go along. Big glass windows showing huge parts of the base and incorporating that with some balconies along this little area. And also we're going to incorporate a lot of these plateaus, so There is so much that can be done to this base, and it's going to be probably the biggest project I undertake in this world, assuming of course that I survive long enough to complete it, that is. And with everything we've done and talked about today, there's one final thing that I've been meaning to get to that I wanted to finish off today's episode with. We got him in the boat. Let's see if we can get him back. Bullseye. Ta-da! And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you transport a villager from a village to wherever you want it to be in 1.16. I've been trying to think of the ways in which I would do this. People have talked about luring the villager using a lectern, but this is my mending villager. For those who do not know, this is my mending villager for 14 emeralds. Obviously, we can probably get cheaper than that, but this will be the first villager that goes up into our trading hall up there. I'm leaving him in the minecart because we're going to transport him anyways, and it doesn't really matter if he's in the minecart or not, but yeah, I've got a huge minecart track here. I'm going to take all this down, but at least keep all the rails because I know for a fact I'm going to need all of these at some point whenever we do end up starting that trading hall. So it goes all the way down there, but hey, at least I have it all figured out and, well, I know exactly how to do this now. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is where we're going to wrap things up here for today. Let me know what you thought of today's episode down in the comment section below. Feel free to leave a like as well if you did enjoy the video. And if you're new around here, feel free to subscribe as well. I know it's a little bit of a shorter episode, but hopefully it was worth it. I know it's been a little bit since episodes. I always say that, but shorter episodes may kind of help me with putting out more content. So we'll see what happens with that, but hopefully you all still enjoyed. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.